Okay, why is drama important in schools?
Oh, in schools.
Okay, I guess this person googled this is because like in the UK or in I think some schools in Australia, they include drama in the curriculum. It's like in Singapore it's like art classes and music classes. Like every primary school student they go through it, right? And some secondary schools they do offer drama, and some JCs as well. So I think maybe this person googled this because maybe it's included in their curriculum and they are like, why?
Why?
Yeah.
All waste of time. What am I learning about? Midsummer Night's Dream.
Shakespeare. Who is
Oh
that?
man, who is this?
Okay. So why is it important to be taught in schools as a subject, I guess? I mean, for me, it is important because, okay, firstly, right, I think teaching drama in school is a good way to introduce topics that might seem a bit drier to talk about in an engaging way. So, for example, I know there are like attempts also in Singapore, I think, to try and teach like maybe history through drama. And that's because maybe a lot of students, they feedback that history classes are dry and boring and things like that. But when you dramatize a history class, then a lot of students, maybe they are like visual learners or auditory learners or kinesthetic learners, when they see it being played out in front of them, or when the teacher dramatizes it, it sinks in better in their brains. They don't just remember it better, but they also like get to maybe experience it for themselves. It becomes real to them. But that's more like the practical aspect. That's like me talking about if drama is being used to teach other subjects. But I think drama itself, just like why in Singapore it's mandatory to take like art classes in primary school, music classes in primary school, is because it opens a different part of the brain also. Yeah. Like I think in another video we talk about how drama is a good way to teach empathy to kids and students. Drama can also discuss like mental wellness, emotional well-being, not just physical well-being. So there are really like a lot of benefits to adding drama to the curriculum. And I think it's one of the only subjects that you actively interact, like you have to interact with other people in your class within the lesson. So a lot of other classes, like maybe group projects or group work, then you are put together to talk and you're made to just keep quiet the whole class, don't talk, don't interrupt. But then in drama it's different, right? You have to talk to someone in class. Yeah. And then I think it's a good way to also show our kids that like in life, it's like the schools, they're not just teaching you to, hey, keep quiet, don't talk. Your opinion is not important. It's more of like, when is the right forum to share my opinion? How do I share it confidently? How do I share it with tact and sensitivity? So all of that can be taught in drama classes.
Yeah. Actually, when you were talking about how to introduce different topics, I never learned drama, but I had like I think a year or a term where we had literature, and for some reason the second literature text that we did was a play. So we did a play adaptation of To Kill a Mockingbird. I would not have read the book. I was like 13 or something. Yeah, if I saw the book I would be like, I'm not reading this, it's so many words. But we had to do the play version in lit class, and that was the first time I was introduced to heavier topics like segregation. And if this was introduced during history class, it would have just been a very distant or kind of dehumanized topic that you're just learning about, because it's just facts. It's like how we learned about like World War II or whatever. It's just facts. I remember the numbers, the years in which it started. I remember the prominent names. But then when you see it in play form and you see characters come alive, it suddenly becomes human. And I think that's one way of humanizing things that usually seem so distant, that are actually very important to see the human aspect of it. I think drama is one of the only areas where people are important.
Yeah.
The human is important. It's not just numbers or graphs or data, it's people. Yeah, and I think that's super important that we need to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our attempt at answering some very frequently Googled questions about acting, theatre, and drama. Thank you.
Bye. Hope you learned something new today.